why we will never see how a criminal dodged police bullets and made a daring escape. The Albuquerque Police Department is reviewing how a suspect holed up in a house surrounded by SWAT and other cops managed to escape by driving right out the garage, through the sea of officers, and then through flying bullets.
But we will never be able to see how it happened, because as News 13's Alex Tomlin found out, not a single APD officer recorded the incident on their lapel cameras.
What good are the lapels if they're not on?
Well, the lapels, you have to understand, are limited in what they can do.
It was the middle of last month when police officers surrounded this home near Candelaria and Juan Tabo. Inside, 20-year-old Chris Sosa. The SWAT standoff lasted for hours until Sosa got into a car in the garage, backed out of the driveway, and took off. How did that happen? The only police video of the scene,
there should be a laundry room and a couple of bedrooms,
is from after the escape, when SWAT officers checked the empty home. So what does the brass have to say about the lack of video? Deputy Chief Steve Warfield.
The lapel camera was never meant to replace the police report. Would we have loved to have that video? Absolutely. But these officers showed exceptional decision capability by making decisions on the second and making decisions not to accelerate the situation.
As Sosa escaped in the stolen car, an officer at the perimeter opened fire on him as neighbors stood around watching. Nothing was recorded.
We don't know what he's doing. The events unfold very quickly. And to be quite frank with you, I want my officers to have the ability to protect themselves and the public prior to worrying about a camera.
The idea behind the lapel cameras was to help settle citizen complaints and in the worst cases, show if shootings are justified. But this is just the latest case where officers failed to turn on their cameras. The chief had made it clear any officer who didn't turn on his lapel when he was supposed to would be in trouble. But Deputy Chief Warfield tells us he doesn't know of any officer who's been punished for not recording an incident.
So is anyone in trouble for not turning their lapel on?
It'd be really inappropriate for me to discuss about discipline.
Deputy Chief Warfield says the entire situation is still under investigation. Alex Tomlin, KRQE News 13.
Police say Sosa was able to back out of the driveway because the armored SWAT vehicle at the scene stalled. Sosa was arrested a few days later. As for the deputy chief's assertion that the lapel camera video is not meant to replace what an officer puts in his police report, you'll recall last summer that video obtained by News 13 of officers tasing and getting physical with drug suspects contradicted what was in their police reports.